What's the Jason sound for it?
This is a sound check.
That's one of my favorite fucking that Kiss and Fab album, that Friday on Elm Street.
Oh, I don't even think I know that one.
Is fire. It's
That's the
spooky
new one?
out here. Oh, these Nino Browns done pookie out here.
Is that new or old? I can't remember.
It's both. Like it's ish.
What, you talking about the one they...
I think it came out either last year or the year before, so it's not
With
necessarily
that real
new.
nigga stand up.
Yeah.
Okay. I
That shit is
can't
fire.
remember. My fucking 5-year-old, she definitely, when she hears that song, this is all she does. Real nigga stand up. Just gets real turned up. She loves ratchet shit. So it's just like her head, really, like, I got a video of her. No, wait.
Yeah. Okay, relax. Speaking of which, I got an issue with you, man.
Oh, what I do now?
Every time we're in the group chat and I'm trying to get a roll call to make sure that we're all coming to record and make sure who's recording, instead of you just saying yeah, for one, you never say yeah. You say stuff like, I'll be like, is everybody coming? And you're like, you're coming in your mom's panties.
Hey, dude, man.
No.
Okay, so you can.
I would never say
You
that.
can. That's
Just
not
because your mom's dead, I wouldn't say that.
Do you want me to read the receipts, bro? Receipts. You're not saying exactly that, but you always get
show
to
'em.
like run around,
Put 'em on
run
social
around
media.
fucking thing. I will. I'll
Come
put
on,
them
Twitter
I'll put 'em
fingers.
on the website.
Do it, Twitter fingers.
Well, I did
it's
just
always
have-
it's always some type of runaround instead of you saying yes, and then it's like, all right, so D, you in? Oh, D's in your face. Like, all right, listen, Moose, are you coming or not? Oh, I came last night. I'm not. Answer the fucking question. It is so annoying.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Welcome to No Filter.
The No Filter,
No filter.
No filter.
The No Filter Podcast, which is
an EMP Network production.
in this show you'll encounter nothing but
Straight talk, none of that PC stuff.
No PC.
No PC
No PC consistency.
please note that the
opinions from the hosts
Are not a reflection of the.
EMP Network.
And as always, thanks guys for tuning in.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening,
thanks for opening up your ears and your mind.
and we hope you like this
How do you
one.
feel about that?
I just told you. See what I mean?
It's
You don't
annoying.
even listen. You don't even
It's
listen.
annoying. Is that all you feel about it?
I feel like I'm about to slap you.
You feel like you're about to slap
I feel like
me,
you need to put a
but
shirt on. That's what I
guess
feel like.
You is
He
the
don't like
pappy.
shirts. I've
It's
learned
hot,
that.
motherfucker. You ain't been outside.
I ain't.
You wasn't with me riding on the bike.
Go ahead.
You weren't biking. What the hell did you call it? Biking?
Biking?
Who the fuck calls it biking for a motorcycle?
I didn't even say
middle-aged white woman. Him.
Oh.
You ain't see it?
You supposed to be bringing us.
He said, "Oh, he gonna tell me to pick your ass up." And then gonna be like, "Oh, you biking?"
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what
you
type of shit
biking,
is
though?
that?
It's a verb. That's what it is,
The
you
fuck?
idiot.
Are you riding your bike?
Nah, you biking,
You
bro.
would you could say that, or are you on your motorcycle?
I'm
But
not
you gonna
say
ask me,
that.
am I biking like I got a fucking Roadmaster or whatever them bitches
I
are
know
called.
your fat ass ain't pedaling anywhere. I'll
like
tell
a-
you.
Actually, I got 2 bikes. Yeah.
When was the last time you rode one?
Last week I think.
Where?
My neighborhood. I was supposed to take the dog
You rode
with me.
around your neighborhood? That's what you did?
I was supposed to take the dog with me,
You were
but
supposed to take the dog with you and you rode your bike. You paddled your bike around the neighborhood?
it was a pedal bike.
I
Yes.
I highly doubt that you did that.
Why?
Because I see your titties.
Well, I have nipples. That if I didn't have the nipples, the titties wouldn't look like.
Bro, you still, your nipples are attached to your, what are we talking about here?
I don't know. I thought he was supposed to be bringing us in on a
He
freestyle.
was supposed to be bringing us in.
You had a bone to pick, and now we're talking about Moose's nipples.
Fucking stupid.
Which
man.
you must be hot at the house all the time, because all these pictures I see on you on Facebook is like Moose with no titty. Like I thought you was breastfeeding for a
Because we
minute
was
there.
fucking.
I mean, to be, you know, you had like pictures of your kid. Right?
Yeah. So that's the.
What's your point?
You still be fucking with your kid? Which
I just
kid?
fucked with my baby in the bed yesterday.
Well, see, that's the baby though. You can fuck with the baby in the bed. You can't fuck you can't fuck with the toddler in the bed.
No.
That's where you
that's
draw
like
the line.
that's like Hefe. Like
You draw the line like at maybe age 2
That's when you start getting calls from the daycare.
when they turn around and like you get a call from the daycare like for some reason your son was just sitting down like
No, I'm like once it's like you're walking, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But you figure I wasn't even with my baby mom, so I was banging your little sister at the time.
he was banging whose little sister?
Yours.
All right, relax. Oh man, if I didn't have respect for your wife, I'd bring her on this podcast so that way she can beat your punk ass.
Oh.
Oh well.
Speaking of which, 4 minutes later, hey guys, welcome to No Filter. I am your host Remorseless, and I am here with Just D,
Yes, up. What's
and
up?
I'm also here with Moose.
hello.
And for some reason, I'm being currently stared at, which is extremely creepy. But anyway,
It's like don't put me on Front Street,
right,
you back alley cat.
Oh, man.
yeah, but your fucking answers annoy me, and you do this shit all the time because you know what it is. You know what it is, D. He thinks that he's being clever.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like, "Oh yeah, This is a funny response. I'm gonna go ahead and get a laugh."
You sound like my wife.
That's what you think you're getting clever. You think you're being funny, but you're not.
That's just the respect.
My wife told me I ain't funny yesterday. I
That's
thought I was
just the
gonna be a
perspective
comedian.
of the older people of what your humor is. That's what it is.
Speaking of comedian, shout out to Tyler, man. I
Yeah.
think he did a good job
think
on
he did,
Saturday.
too.
We went to go see him at one of his shows at T's, and shout out to T's Bar and Grill because that was
It was
our
nice,
bar.
yeah.
What is it? Bar and Lounge. It wasn't bad.
What was it called? Giggles and Grub? Grub and
Yeah,
Giggles?
the Giggles and Grub show that he was at, man. He did his thing.
Yes, he did.
He said that he lost him with the glasses joke, but I was like, you got him right back with the next joke.
Yeah, nah,
They
he did
had
good.
It's because he's probably a black crowd.
what was it? It was 6 people. There were 6 people.
That
and
girl with the
I'll
ass.
Say, I'll
Shout
say
out to her.
3 and 3.
But the little
3
white
people
girl?
were funny.
Yeah.
3 people weren't.
Yeah.
She could totally get cookied.
I don't know, man, because like you seen her dance, she can't dance for shit.
Oh
I don't
well.
care about her
Rhythm
dancing,
is important.
Rhythm's
man.
very
Rhythm
important,
is
but
important.
I mean,
Rhythm is important if you plan on being around more than like a few hours.
Nah, rhythm is important. Rhythm is important for a good sex session, regardless. Like,
That's
he
true.
don't know how to move anymore, man.
yeah, man, what's wrong with you? You don't think
just-
rhythm? Hold on, no, we gotta get into this. Pause. You don't think rhythm's important?
Oh, I know it's important, but if I just wanted to tap that ass, I'll take an L for the night if the rest of it's looking all right.
See, I can't do that. Like,
Yeah, I can.
I can't do that. Like, you're not going to waste my time. Like
With this dookie
with
ass.
this
Stay
fucking,
still then.
with this fucking.
See, that's what I mean.
With this fucking tuna salad that you're bringing to this party, like it's not happening.
Well, what she said she was from country out Midwest country.
Like Wisconsin or some shit like that. But man,
Yeah, with the nice ass.
No, it was
and she did have a nice.
I was looking the whole time before I even said. I was like, I know.
As a matter of fact, we both said that shit. Like, yeah, I was looking at the chick with the nice, like, yeah. But like,
and she wasn't bad looking either in the face.
No, she was all right.
She was
got
decent.
it.
I like she was funny too.
See,
she was,
and
she
that
wasn't
always
bad.
adds
Shout out to
more
her
points.
mom. Remember, she was like, her mom was a whore.
Funny. But what's funny because
That makes sense.
she was saying she was from like Indiana, whatever, whatnot, and
I think it was like Wisconsin or no. She's
it's
not from
Idaho.
Chicago. She's not
That's
from
what I'm saying.
Chicago.
It's like
she's from the outskirts.
Outskirts of Chicago.
She's
That-
from Illinois.
that's it. But I'm pretty sure the show on Netflix
I never heard
I was
nobody call it
watching,
Illinois.
that's like where this show was based in Netflix, where it's about all this girl's little like youth penitentiary type of shit, and it's
Youth
like
penitentiary.
I'm pretty sure that that's the shit she was
Orange
talking
is
about.
the new black.
It's kind of like a Baby Orange is the New Black, but it's like think about how we have Schumann Center here. It's like that for a girls' detention center out towards that way that they send girls to, and I'm pretty sure that's like the area she was talking about.
Schumann is still a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
yeah,
My cousin's ex-girlfriend still worked there.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm
You
not
don't hear
kidding.
people.
I'm
You
you
don't,
don't hear-
you don't hear
you
people
don't-
talk about it like you
You
used
Nah.
to.
don't hear kids going to Schumann anymore.
no, you don't.
I
hear
mean,
people.
that's a good thing.
They'll probably just kill each other.
Shout
or
out to
kill
Schumann.
themselves.
Yeah, Schumann Center. Yeah, that is a thing too, right? Like you don't
That's
hear
Schumann
no
and
more.
Arberly. Those are the ones. The two.
Arberly.
Remember the badass high schools like or middle schools and high schools like McKnocker and Lecce.
I was on I went to
Or
Craig.
short bus?
I went to Craig. Yeah, I was on a short bus, but then we moved to a van.
Then we moved to the van.
I talked to you. I know what kind of bus you rode.
Craig Academy.
Oh shit, no.
We used to call it the Crack House, the Craig House
Damn. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The CAD
on Negley.
Oh, okay.
There was a
no,
spot
it ain't
called...
the CAD. No, that's a different one. There's one over there.
So what
like
is the
Homewood.
CAD then?
That's like a bad school. I think it was in Homewood.
Oh, okay.
Or was that Phase 4? There was a lot of them.
I want to say
God
Phase
damn,
4.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm just like, God damn, how many bad kids do you got?
Man,
A lot, man.
There's a lot of misfits. I was one of them. There's a lot of misfits, man.
Because it wasn't just down in the city either. Cause then
What? I heard you, bitch. I heard you, bitch.
You also had your country ass ones that were out in there was the other direction too. Like there was every part of
That
life.
was for them super bad kids.
Yeah.
That was for them Dr. Phil ass catch me outside kids.
Yeah, even Reagan Elementary's turned into a bad kid school. Like, I was like, what the hell?
Speaking of that, it's funny because the kids, we were about to go segue to younger kids. Stop staring at me, Moose. It's your topic.
You said younger kids.
Yeah.
The fuck did I gotta do with anything on my topic?
Oh my god. People. We literally talk about everything we're going to talk about in pre-pro. And
bro,
for
we
some
never talked
reason-
about that.
I kind of just said like, well, there's two. He was talking about the topics. I said, well, here's this one, and there's the one that Moose had.
And then Moose has this one, and you're like, yeah. And then
You said that I had the one topic. You ain't say nothing about this one. We ain't say
No,
Moose,
just
it's been on the board.
okay, to be honest, you have two, right? Well, actually, you have like three or four, man.
Oh shit, I'm the fucking man then. Maybe I should.
No,
make
you're not,
nothing.
or we wouldn't be having this conversation
You
right
don't
now.
remember nothing.
Bring in your fucking topic.
Okay. Anyway, so
Let's see if he knows which one you were segueing to.
Holy
I was talking to
fuck.
my wife, and she basically, like I said,
How the
earlier in the
hell are
episode-
you even married? Man? I
don't know. She asked that
Shout out
shit
to
too.
Miss Moose, man. I love you, man. I love Miss Moose because you must have the patience of Job. But then again, people probably say that to my wife too. So
Yeah, because you're definitely more of a dick than I am.
I am. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm not gonna argue. With
I'm
you
like
about
an average dick. You're like king dick. Like that's just how
that. Yeah, I am.
I knew that was coming. I'd be scared to have a super big dick, wouldn't you?
It doesn't make any sense. Like I'm not gonna have like I don't even want like a 14 and
I wouldn't.
16.
I wouldn't want something like
that.
my
Doesn't
fucking.
make any sense.
No, it don't.
Like, what am I gonna put that
At
in?
some point, it becomes a weapon. That's what it is.
Just start taking kneecaps out.
No, you just start fucking like, oh, you want to talk shit, bitch? We having sex tonight? No.
You look like Chung Li doing her spinning bird kick.
Exactly, man. That's what I mean.
I mean, I don't know because my wife's baby's dad has like a thingy, what she told me, like a 16-inch dick.
Okay.
It's kind of like weird. I was like, where the fuck does it go?
Everywhere, apparently.
Now you know that no matter what you do, she will never be pleased by you.
Ever.
No, because he
Because-
couldn't make her come. Like,
She lied to you.
no, she's
16 inches? She lied, unless he just like was just like sliding and then sliding. I'm like, we're done.
I don't know, maybe.
That's crazy.
He was a
Though.
virgin.
16 inches is a long ass dick.
That's a lot of dick.
That
Like,
is
for real.
too
Like,
much
that's what I
dick.
mean. Like, you hire that dude to fuck some chick that pissed you off.
Like
and
I
hurt her.
wouldn't want to sit here and my dick's all the way like past my kneecap.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
She didn't know. She said because he used to play basketball, so he had like long shorts on like all the time. She never knew until
She didn't
What, did he
know.
tape that shit to his leg?
I don't
It
know what the
doesn't-
fuck he.
Especially in basketball shorts. If anything, when he goes up for a rebound,
Right.
he's knocking people out.
Like, she didn't. That's true.
You go to cross somebody go to reach for the ball, and they just like for some like you got a brush burn on the head of your dick because it's dragging on the ground while you're on a fast break. Man,
I never
pass,
understood that
pass.
shit.
Pass.
I'll be like, man, I need a what's that shit called? A dick reduction.
Yeah,
I would-
100%. Just cut the bitch in half. I'll still have
I'll
8
still have-
inches.
yeah, good. I'm good.
That's not how it works, guys. That's
I'd be like,
That's not how it works.
no, it's not at all. You can't do that. Oh man.
Oh man, I'm sure that they would be able to cut it in half and put like an artificial head on it.
Yeah, probably.
They
Give,
would
that's
give it
they
to,
muscles.
would,
give it to a
they
dyke.
would cap it. They would cap it
lesbian,
like
if you
a.
wanna
They would
call
cap
it.
it like a hose. You know how you get the little hose caps to
So
make sure that the
they would
water don't
have
come
to-
out anymore. They would do that. Then
Because they would have to cut from like the tip to the cut point. So you're losing your tip. You're gonna have to make you a new tip because you can't just.
yeah,
cut
that's
I mean,
what
they
I'm
can
saying.
do
There'll
that.
be a cap. There will be a
You
cap.
ain't see Grey's Anatomy?
No,
It'll look-
I don't go around and see dick
I would
reconstructive
want
surgery,
to
bro.
pick my dick Dayton, like the Dayton. You know, remember
I would
Dayton's
pick-
on rims?
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Like I
we're
would
not
definitely
going,
want like a dice dick. Like
not
I would
going
definitely
through the-
get the
book of
tip
dicks.
reconstructor. I would have it look like more of a mushroom.
I would get that 3-wing dick, like that.
No, y'all.
The,
no.
the chrome. I would get chrome.
Wow.
Can't get spinners for your foreskin.
Disco,
No, this
disco
is horrible.
ball,
No.
spinners for your foot. Just imagine whipping your dick out and then like, and then it's still spinning. It looks like a fidget spinner. It's a digit spinner.
I'm done with y'all.
That might, be a sexual toy. Do they
You
But
know
have
how
what?
would you
Don't be-
spin it though? Like you would have to put like a motor.
No, I mean like
Fuck
you
it,
made
let them
one.
figure it out. We could make it and then just let them figure the shit
Let
out
them
because
figure it
people
out.
buy dumb shit. They're
Hey,
like,
guys,
this
don't
is
steal-
that new
don't
You
option.
buy a lot
Still
of dumb
are,
prostitutes.
I don't buy prostitutes. man.
Yo, he is painting this narrative
Right?
with a fine paintbrush, yo. It is so crazy how many prostitutes you've bought to him.
Bought prostitutes, hairy fucking porn, just weird
I
shit.
do believe the hairy porn
No,
thing.
no.
I do believe
Yeah.
I
You-
do
oh.
believe that every guy in your porn's dick has sideburns.
Did you see the movie? Did you see that Charlie Murphy movie, The Hustle? It's on Netflix, but it got Flavor Flav's old girlfriend. Like the porn star one.
Which one?
Well,
You gotta be more specific. Most
I
of
don't-
them were porn stars.
Yeah, they
They
were
was-
all.
I don't know.
Was it the white chick or the black
The
chick?
white chick.
The white chick.
You mean
Wasn't her name
Pumpkin?
like Pumpkin? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
the
Tate
fucking name.
Toasty. That was the porn one.
I don't know.
I don't know. They were all kind of scandalous, to be honest. So
I follow a few porn stars on my Instagram. They're getting married now.
yeah,
Like
Unfollow them.
Marrying, unfollow them. Nah, they pictures are still right,
It's
but
like
marrying
the
a porn
fantasy's
star
done.
is crazy. Like,
you have to
I
be
couldn't
honest.
do that.
I mean, I've bought a used car before.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't want a new car.
Yeah, so
I would never want after having one. I think
I think that would works best one of two ways. Either you're both entwined into that community, into society itself,
like you and bacon.
or I don't even eat bacon. I don't even eat bacon.
I'm entwined in bacon. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
not a
that.
big
That shit
bacon
is so
fan.
good.
Or it's like the person's, regardless if the male or female, is like the end of their career and they're like getting away and they meet somebody extremely
Yeah,
nice.
but just imagine
gets
that
out of it.
vagina at the end of that career.
But you don't know.
That
It might
shit,
not
it'll
be
literally
bad.
be a curtain close.
It might not be
Yeah.
bad. What about you think?
Sure.
Like Kitten. Kitten, I used to love. You know Kitten.
I don't know.
I know Kitten.
Kitten, she
Yeah.
was fucking up there.
And I like to think about it like
Like,
this
but
too.
you've seen a lot of these porn stars'
Yeah.
vaginas. They are not attractive.
Not all.
But at the
most of
same
them?
time-
Like not Melania. What is her name?
Millennium.
Tiana Trump.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
even know who
Taylor.
that
That
is.
porn star, Tiana Trump. Her fucking vagina is
What?
not
Donald
pretty.
Trump's wife?
No, that's Melania. That's who I got confused. Melania Trump. No, the black chick, Tiana Trump.
I don't even know.
The fuck? I don't know who she is.
You don't know who
Never
she
heard
is?
of
She's
her.
actually not bad.
Well, I like to also think like this, like for real. If you are going to go that route, you should treat it. If that's your profession, you should probably treat your body like your profession. And I think nowadays, I would like to think that they
Stop
would take
getting fucked.
better.
Vaginal rejuvenation.
But
Yeah,
they
like,
have
for real,
sex
for real.
like less than we do, probably though. Think about it. Well, less than us. I don't know about you, D.
I wish that was the case.
I just had something this morning.
Yeah, I ain't getting shit.
Came home from work.
There you go.
Pre-game warm-ups.
I was wondering.
No,
why
but,
Hefe was under your covers.
Nah, man. You know what it is? I dropped my wife off at work because her fucking lease didn't start for downtown, so I'm still taking her downtown, even though there's fucking Pirates games and they shut off. All right, listen, Pittsburgh.
What?
Listen.
There's ain't the
Hold
one
on.
bus goes in
Wait
town?
a minute. Stop. Hold on. Listen, Pittsburgh. One of our bridges are under construction. It's the main bridge that everybody goes to. You cross that bridge, you end up right there in
What
front of
bridge?
the T station on Wood Street. Right across there. All right?
The Smithfield?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Smithfield.
not Smithfield.
No.
I just was there.
But they closed Smithfield. Smithfield is the one where the Roberto. It goes to the Roberto Clemente.
Yeah.
No, Smithfield's going to the south
directions
side.
down there.
All right, so that's not what I'm
So
talking
we're talking
about.
about going to the north
so
side.
we're talking about going to the north
Federal.
side. There's the
To
bridge.
the PNC.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's the one that they close down all
Yeah.
the time so people can walk across.
Yeah.
That's the Roberto Clemente Bridge.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And then there's the other one right next to it. Everybody goes to from the north side. All of the buses go there and
Federal.
everything. Federal.
I think,
Bridge.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that sounds somewhat right.
since
yeah.
that one's under construction, you gotta eat that, man. Don't close down the Roberto Clemente Bridge because that's literally the only way from the north side to get to downtown unless you go through the strip. It is the worst fucking
Unless you get on the
experience.
highway and then go.
Yeah,
to
but
East
that's what I'm
Ohio.
saying.
Yeah.
Like
And
you gotta
see-
go. It's
North
a round
Shore.
and about. It's ridiculous.
And it's like they pick badass times. It's like we have football, hockey, and you have baseball here. After football's done and hockey's done, you have
First
a good
off-
bit of time that you could be working on a bridge that you know people are going
Now,
to be using more
you know-
once the spring and summer hit. You know what I mean?
Bro, you know how much I love my city. You know how much I
Of
love
course.
Pittsburgh. But
No.
first off, don't close down the Roberto Clemente Bridge for the Pirates. I can see if I can see if it was the Steelers. I can see
Or
if
maybe
it was
if
the
it was
fucking,
like 4 or 5 years ago. Then,
I can see if it was the what is that one? What is I can see if it was our soccer team. The what is it? The Riverhounds? Do we
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have them?
Yeah, we still have them.
Like I can see if it was the Riverhounds. I can see if it was the Steelers.
Yeah,
I can
Sockers.
see if it was.
Oh, I thought that was the
I
one
can see
bitch
if
you
it
was
was the
fucking
the what is the hockey team? The Penguins. I can see
Yeah.
if it was them. But the Pirates, the fucking Pirates. Come on, man. It's the Pirates. You can just not go to that game and you know the results.
You know what's crazy is that's until recent. So you never would have saw a Pirates winning season ever until a few years ago.
Exactly. Like 5
That
years
is
ago, that'd be
crazy.
different. But
That's great. No, because I remember their last winning season.
No, but didn't
was-
they broke 5. They didn't.
Well, no, they did that, but
they
it's-
got about 500.
But
No,
they-
what I'm saying is they got about 500. I don't even think they had a winning season. They just
No, they
didn't have a
befo-
losing one.
No, before they had no winning seasons. Like it was
Yeah,
bad for like 20
and that's
some
what I'm
years.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, and I get it. I get like being a diehard sports fan
course.
for the Pirates, and I get it. But you don't like you can
It's
walk
like the
across the
Hawks.
bridge without
I'm
closing.
like
it
I'm
down.
pretty sure
it's like the Hawks, basically. Let's say it the Hawks.
It's like I know
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody that was walking across that bridge would have been all right because they know how shit is in Pittsburgh. If they're like, look, y'all, we need this bridge. Oh, for real, y'all doing construction over
It
there?
don't be that
You
crowded.
can have this. We know what it is.
What?
It don't be that crowded.
that bridge.
I mean, compared to
Not
we're
enough to
talking
they have
about-
to be
yeah.
shutting it down. That they
Yeah.
shouldn't be using it
Like
for
you
traffic.
should not shut that fucking
Nah,
down.
you
Like
really shouldn't.
especially and
need
not
to
even
pump that
and I
fucker
can
up.
understand you shutting the bridge down if the other one was open, but the other one's under construction, bro. Come on. Come on, man. But we just made this like super Pittsburgh. But it's but the Pirates though, like
Pirates.
The
the
Yinzers.
Pirates. But the that's
I
all I,
don't
can
know.
say is the Pirates.
Let's
Like you
see.
shut it down for the Pirates.
Last time I was listening, which
It's
has
like
been
the
a while.
playoffs.
They,
I'm on my Jim Morris shit. The playoffs, the Pirates,
I don't
the
know,
Pirates. They're trying to win a game.
Drake.
I don't know, man. I couldn't even tell you. What is the Pirates record right now, anyway?
Who gives a shit? It's not
That's
like
what it
they're
says.
going to win.
That's
gives
what it's
a
a
shit?
shit.
You Google what's the Pirates record and it'll come back. Why?
Nah. Get that little emoji with the hands up to the side.
Yeah,
like,
we
what?
are mashing the Pirates right
I
now.
swear.
And
could be-
I was
Our-
going to
and
ask
our-
about Pirates of the Caribbean before.
And we're
I asked about Pirates, yeah.
you put the Pirates, it'll be like of the Caribbean. Like
Oh,
you're not gonna get
it'll ask
Pittsburgh
like,
Pirates.
the ones who keep losing the wild card. Like,
Hey.
that's the only time they really like get
That's-
close to the playoffs.
They're called the
or-
good player let goes. That's what they're
Look,
called.
that was 3 years.
They're like the sixth man. Like,
See, And I didn't have a problem with them not making a playoffs for 20 years. I can get that, but when you don't even have a winning season, when you're not even 500 for that long,
I don't even know what
Yeah,
that means.
that's
just
saying
so
something.
horrible.
But I do have to give respect to the people who are Pirate fans, though.
oh yeah, because you
Because,
stuck
like,
with that.
Like I've never like I've
never-
I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh, and I've never been a Pirates fan. Like
They used to give
Casual
tickets out
viewers.
for free, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm cool.
yeah,
Like,
turning
too
down
hot.
Pirate tickets for free is crazy.
Well,
Because all right, first off, I'm not a real big baseball fan to begin with, so you actually have to do something in order for me
Yeah.
to want to go see you.
Like give you free tickets.
Yeah,
like, or watch some bitch getting fucked on first base.
Nobody's taking.
I mean, that'd be one
let's
hell of a
do-
proposal.
All right.
Like,
See, you fucked up the whole conversation. Shout out to Pittsburgh. Shout out to the Pirates. Please stop shutting down this bridge, man. It's ridiculous.
For real, though.
But we definitely went on a
We went on a
tangent on that.
tangent.
Moose, go ahead with your topic.
He don't remember now.
so, my wife last night, I told her, like I said earlier in the episode, that I was going to become a comedian or whatever, just to see what the fuck she would say. She was like, "You're not funny," like Remorseless said. I'm like, bitch, like that's the first
Shout
thing I
out
said.
to Miss Moose, man. Shout out to Miss Moose. You are so right.
She just co-signed too. You're not funny. Like so, it's not only did she say you're not funny, she came up with backup.
You're not funny like other people are not funny. You're not funny like how I say it. You're not funny.
Anyway, so I was thinking that, you know, if I ever became a comedian, that I would definitely like put my family into it, because like we got 7 children now, so they say the fucked up shit, you know. So I can't remember if what's it called? So basically, I was FaceTiming my friend, and she seen his weird ass hairstyle. She looked at she said hi. So then she looked at him and was like, I was like, what's wrong? She was like, you need a haircut. I don't like that. I was like, what the fuck? So anyway, my topic comes to like, what do you think is the worst thing that the kids ever said to you?
The like mean wise.
Mean wise.
Oh, my kids are always mean to me. That's kind of our thing.
Well, yeah, you're you, but
Yeah, like
that don't answer the question.
I know. My kids like
Dad, I fucking hate you. I hope you die.
No, we just have I'm sarcastic. Like, so my kids just getting it honestly, they're sarcastic. So it's not necessarily mean to me. Like, I always take it as we always laugh and joke about it. We talk shit on each other all the time. Now, my daughter makes my wife cry all the time. Like, because my daughter my wife doesn't have the sense of humor that we have.
Same with my wife. I'm like, it's definitely my wife. It ain't me.
Like my daughter will, and she'll say something real innocent, but she's blunt and she just says whatever pops into her head. So my daughter will be like, my wife will be wearing a dress or something, and she'll say something like, "Oh yeah, well, she'll say, I'm trying to think,
Like, Mom, you look fat," or
some shit like that. Like, "Oh yeah, you're wearing that dress, but you can see like
your
like,
stomach.
yeah,
or
you can see your
arms.
stomach or
That would be a really
whatever,
pretty
yeah.
dress on somebody else.
Yeah, like some shit like that. Like, and my wife will just, you'll see her face will drop, and then tears will come to her eyes, and I'm like, here we go. And then like, I don't make it better.
I just threw some more fire on this shit. Hey.
Because I'll just start fucking laughing just off the rip. I'll start laughing because I think it's funny because she said that, like, and she didn't say it maliciously.
Nah.
She just said it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh yeah, well, she's joking, but my wife doesn't take it as a joke. But she fires, like, she's been firing back. She does it too now. But towards the beginning, like when my daughter really started, like, she used to go in. But like, for example, when my wife used to smoke, and she was looking for a lighter, and she was like, I can't find my lighter. And my daughter was like, smoking is bad for you. And she was like, so is having kids. And I was like, oh shit. Oh, you're bad. And me gassing it up. I'm like, you're bad for me. You're bad for me. And we're all just laughing. But Like that's just our person. We're just fucking
what's up.
weirdos. That's just our personality. Person.
Person.
We're, that's our personality.
The personality.
The person.
That's what's up,
The
Paul.
person.
I'll tell
D,
you
what
this.
about you?
I have a nephew, and he just turned what? He just turned 5? 5
So
or 6?
you guys are the same height.
Pretty much. Like, for real. Like, another 3 years, he might overtake me. And it's kind of like you said, but he just says it like he means it with every intention in his heart. Like, I'm like, what's up, Neff? What's up, Neff? What's up? And I'm like, Uncle D, I'm busy watching something. And he'll turn back around and we'll say that.
Yo, that shit is funny.
Like, I was talking to one of his relatives on the phone. She loves him to death. And it's a long distance, so I put him on FaceTime. And this is a few years ago. I think he was like 3 or 4. He was about just turned 4 at the time. And he's sitting there playing with blocks. I'm like, hey, so-and-so wants to see you. And he's like pushing the phone away. He's like, no. He's like, I'm busy. And this is how he says, like, I'm busy. I'm like, you don't got a job. Like, you're acting like you making multi-million-dollar decisions. I go give this child the phone. He hangs up on her. Puts the phone back down. But everything that he says, he says the shit like he's talking to Fredo on the Godfather. Like, for real. Like I'm like coming in like, oh, I'm gonna smash all these blocks. Like Uncle D, I'm not done setting up these blocks. Don't hit the blocks yet. Uncle D.
Touch
like,
these blocks, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Pretty
man.
much.
What you doing right now, Uncle D? What you doing? Get the fuck out of here,
I
Uncle
swear
D.
to-
What we got going on?
He gets that from
We're
his
gonna be
dad, though,
man. What's your man?
The lady outside got parachute pants on.
She does, yo. She's that's MC Hammer's backup dancer.
Like, his dad love him to death, but he can be extremely straightforward, and that's one of his better qualities. Like, he don't go through the bullshit, and that's how Neff is now. He's like, no, I don't like this. I'm not doing like.
And it's funny as hell because my nephew Neff, like he was on the episode, like he has my sense of humor because you got to keep in mind, like we basically, like when my sister moved out of my sister moved from my mom when she was 16, and I moved when I was 14. My sister's 2 years older than me. So why are y'all looking at the
Go ahead,
fucking
go get her, D. She's not bad
Ursula?
looking.
No, man.
She's not bad looking.
Yeah, she looks like she needs a bunch of Dalmatians wrapped around her neck. The fuck?
What, black and white dogs?
Anyway, so like
Bukkake party.
So like he has this sense of humor that I have, and it pisses my sister off because she's like, like every time you turn around, he acts just like you. He sounds just like everything is just like you. But you'll get that.
Definitely will.
But that's
get that.
funny because that segues me to another topic because we're flowing now. We're flowing now as much as Moose is
I
paying
didn't
attention.
fucking get to tell my part though.
Because you brought up the
You
question.
brought up the
Yeah, but I didn't get to tell my funny.
All right, go ahead.
You know, messed up the whole damn episode now, man.
Whatever. Shut up, asshole.
Go tell us how there was cornflakes in the middle of the story.
Anyway.
And how you guys went to Costco and shit. Come on, man.
So my 5-year-old, you figure my wife just had the baby a month ago. So the 5-year-old, she comes in the room and my wife's getting dressed, whatever. She just put a dress on or something like that. She was like, "Mommy, you're not almost fat anymore." Like,
Yo, you're
like-
not almost fat anymore. It's funny as hell. Yo.
That is funny.
OD, that shit is crazy.
Since you're-
or you're almost skinny, or that was, I forget what it was like. You're almost skinny
That's what-
again.
that's-
That's what it was like.
No, the other way
And
makes it sound so much better.
And you know, post pregnancy is like
Yeah.
is the worst time to even bring shit like that up. Oh man, that is funny.
Dude,
as
I
hell.
can't fucking leave the house now. I don't know why.
Wow.
Cause she
What do you
just
mean?
won't let me. Like, I can't go riding my bike or like. She's just like,
Can't do shit.
not really.
He's
Yeah.
in that house.
If it ain't something that's a necessity,
Just
I've been in the
lock it
house
down.
for like 4 or 5 days.
That's
Out
a
of
lie.
work.
You literally just went out with us on Saturday.
Yeah, but I think he had to like scale the walls.
Yeah. Swear she was mad at me because I told her I'd be home at 10:30. I got home at 11 o'clock. Like, because I was sort of
See,
like,
you finished
yeah.
watching the show.
Well, don't be a man boy.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you know what he means.
What do you mean?
You know what he means.
You know what I mean.
She was mad. She had an attitude. She wasn't mad.
But you do know what I mean, though.
You know what
No, I don't.
You know what I mean.
You know
No.
You know what he means.
You know what I mean.
No.
Yes, you do.
You know.
Yes, you do.
No.
You know. You absolutely know.
No.
Hey, Moose.
No.
Moose. Look at me. Moose. You know what he means.
I'm looking at you. I see
know
this
what it
black
means.
dot, this black circle.
Racist. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Though.
You know what he means.
You know what D means too.
You know what I mean.
You definitely know what he means.
Yeah,
You
dick.
know what both of us mean.
You know what we mean.
But
Remorseless dick.
But speaking of which, did you guys like? So you have kids and like
D has a lot of them that just don't. He don't claim. He just.
Yo,
fucks with
I
you.
got a lot
This
of other people's kids who
narrative,
claim
man,
it.
this
But
narrative
he's not
is so
far off.
It's
though.
not even like he fucks
this
good
whole-
women and gets them pregnant. He fucks crackheads and get them pregnant.
Who fucks? No.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. We're gonna paint this room real quick. So D,
Yeah.
you look like Robin Harris.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You dress like shit.
Yep.
You don't wear socks.
Nope.
You buy prostitutes.
Uh-huh.
You fuck crackheads.
Of course.
You get them pregnant.
Yes.
You have a countless amount of kids from said crackheads.
Yes. Because I have
And
also
know nothing about them.
and I also have an insatiable sex addiction and
Oh, yeah.
because
Harry
all I'm
pussy.
doing is
Harry
banging.
pussy.
70s
Is that
porn.
yeah.
Yeah. So like so you're
And I'm single again, ladies. Just so you all know, I'm single again.
You ain't even gotta let him fuck. Just let him eat the box.
No, that's
the
not
hairy
right.
box. He wants to floss his teeth at the
Yeah.
same time.
Hey man, nothing wrong with going to the bakery, but you can't eat everybody's cookies.
Oh man. But
But
Wow.
cake.
so you know how people say I want my kids to have everything I never had. What does that mean to you guys?
Shit.
I guess it means, see, things like that to myself, I want them to be able to have, I don't want to say, I don't want them to have as hard of a road as I had, because certain things build character. I would like them to, at the end of the day, be better off than I was, I say. That's the best way I can
So
put it.
white.
He was
Mulatto.
waiting. He was waiting for that.
I
You
know,
know he was
right?
waiting for
Yeah.
that. What about you, Rob Moose?
Oh no, the fuck you didn't. He don't even call me by my real name, but he just called me by. Hey,
That's
you
what you
son of a.
did.
You blew it up.
That's
You
right.
could have just
That's
walked
right.
right past that.
No.
What
Anyway,
is that? What is that? 3640. I'll take it out.
Exactly, man.
no, put it back in.
That's what she said.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
But me personally, I'm just like I'd rather it be like the way that I grew up. I wouldn't really change it.
Yeah.
I'm like my mom. I wish I would prefer to have a male, like some type of father figure
Around a little bit more
Yeah.
often. Yeah, I can feel you on that.
But I mean, I'd rather still have them struggle with the same shit. My wife don't understand that, so we have two different like
Outlooks on
Methods
things.
of raising.
yeah. Because her like she comes from rich grandparents. I come from a mom that worked at UPMC.
Yeah, two,
Yeah, so it's
Shout out
like,
to UPMC.
two totally different worlds.
yeah.
man.
So I'm like, they're making $500,000 a year, like at minimum, like maybe like 7.
Yeah. Oh,
And I'm like, my mom made probably like 40,
right?
30, 40.
Raising
So,
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like it's a big difference. Like my wife was spoiled as shit. Like bought her brand new 745 BMW, like off the lot cash type shit.
What?
First it was a Porsche truck, then
Hold
she
on,
didn't
hold
like
on.
it, so
back
she got
up,
a
back up.
745.
Does your wife have any sisters or cousins? What the fuck you holding on to all the money for?
No, this was when her grandma was alive. She would do that shit.
Well,
Like,
damn.
oh, it's like it's your birthday or something like that. Oh, here's a 745 Beamer. Like what the fuck? I'm like, she just got rid of it right before we got together. I know. I wish I could have drove it. But
If I could turn
yeah, that's
back
what basically
time.
like we grew up on two different things. And it's just like she still does that with her kids. Like they don't have to earn shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
my mom wouldn't get me a fucking phone if like, because they stay in the house all the time down there. I'm like, why the hell do you got
Need a
3
phone.
teenagers that needs phones, but they don't go nowhere? They go to school and home.
Yeah, you don't need a phone. for
Like
that.
you don't need a phone. We're paying, and it's like
I
their
don't
phone
agree
bill.
with that, by the way.
Their phone bill's like $350 a month for them three.
I don't agree with that either, but I definitely don't agree. Like,
I agree with you having a phone with. I don't give a damn what the phone, but you don't need to have like the every time a new phone comes out type shit, and that's what I mean. I'm like a phone.
that I agree with.
A phone, yeah, you could have, but I'm just like me spending $100-something a month on a phone.
No.
For a teenager that can't fucking do shit for themselves. Like, that's why I'm like, the 16-year-old, his shit's getting cut off. I'm like, dude, it's over. I told you to get a job. It's like, you've been bullshitting. I've been helping you, like, telling you what to do, been calling people, and you ain't do shit.
Thank you for setting me up, Moose, because I'm about to knock this one out the park. Unlike a pirate.
Like the Pirates.
But, so how I feel, like, it's you know what I'm talking about, Moose. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
You know what it means, right?
But you know what I mean, though, right? You do know what I mean, right?
Where's the lady across the street? We need,
But
need to get some ass.
no, so like I kind of grew up the same way as you did. My mom worked multiple jobs, you know what I'm saying, to take care of us and different things like that. What I think giving a kid, and me and my wife, we differ in these things too, because she's like, I want to give them everything that I've never had, but to her that's more of a materialistic thing. Like what I never had, and I give my kids, and it's kind of like how I'm doing my nephew now. Like I'm pushing them to go to school, I'm pushing them to get a job, I'm pushing them to do this. The life I've never had. Is that my car? Somebody still in my car? No, that ain't my car.
No, it was. I looked at it earlier.
But thought somebody was taking it.
like,
I was like,
"She's
that's
here
my Ultima.
again."
But like I'm
was
looking at it
Batman.
like, is that my car? I mean, not.
It was Batman. It was
Oh
Batman.
my gosh! Look, ADD at its
Moose.
finest.
Fucking Moose.
Okay. But anyway, like, so what I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, my idea of giving a kid something I never had was giving them the resources, you know what I'm saying, to thrive. Not necessarily giving them handouts. You got to work for this. You got to do that.
Exactly, yeah.
Giving them
guidance.
giving them a drive, giving them guidance, pushing them in order to do what they're supposed to do. That's my giving them something that I never had.
And
you know what
that's
I'm saying?
how I felt. Truthfully, like my little cousin who's staying there now. That's for the last few years. Let him stay with me for a while because trying to be that one stable individual that he knows he can stay and get his shit straight. Even when I used to work at the state or the other places that I
Physically
worked.
stable, right? Not mentally.
Physically.
You know what I mean, right?
Financially.
Moose, you know what I mean?
You know what he means.
You know what I mean, Moose.
You know what he means.
Moose, you know what I mean? Right? But you
Shut the fuck up.
But you still know what I mean.
But you know
This is not going to be the episode's title. You know what I mean?
This is going to be, you know what I
The
mean?
fuck?
know
You
what I
sound
mean.
like the dude
But
off
you
of
know
Why
what I
Did I
mean.
Get Married? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
But you do know what I mean, though.
You know what I mean. You know what he means.
You know what?
He knows.
I
what
wish there was
hey,
a bathtub. I would
D,
just throw his ass in there
He
with a
knows
radio.
what I mean, though.
I know. You know what he means.
Yeah. But anyway, continue.
But no, like you said, like even when I first started really working with younger people, it was like I didn't necessarily have a male figure there all the time, and if I did, the ones that I did have were cool as shit. So I tried making sure that I could be that, because if you don't have something and you see somebody younger with potential after you, you're supposed to help out. Well, you're not supposed to, but I feel that I like helping out.
You should.
Yes.
But don't feel obligated. But
No,
you should.
You should. Because you should always try to make things better. You know, I mean, it's kind of like the whole thing with the history. You don't learn from it, then you're going to repeat it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I'm stopping and pausing like this, but I'm going to keep on doing
we
it.
know what you mean.
Thank
Moose, you know what he means?
But yeah, man.
It's not funny.
It is hilarious.
It's kind of funny.
Y'all assholes.
It's kind of funny.
But yeah, that's how I look at it. I don't really see like getting them a whole bunch. Like
Pussy.
you can get your materialistic shit.
Yeah, it's like making sure that they have a security net, even if they don't know how much of a security net they have, but giving them, like you said, the resources so they can learn, make decisions, fall, but know if they
Exactly.
fall, be in a better position as a parent
Like, ask
or
my
as
nephew,
somebody
I
to
was
help
like, you
them
want to
out.
stay here? You got to get a job.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to school. You're gonna do something. Len, we've already discussed college. Like I'm not
Yeah.
like you know how I feel about college. You
Yep.
don't have to go to college, but you have to do something.
Something. You have to do
You know
something.
what I'm saying? You gotta further
Well-
your education. Do something. Get one of those certificates. But
Saying you can
gotta
do something and get paid a
Exactly.
good amount of money for it.
But-
Even when I was in the South, one of my relatives wanted to come down there, and I told him, he's like, oh, this is doing
That's
like,
what they do in the South. They go down on each other.
no, I was.
You know, he
I was-
knows what you mean.
He knows what I mean. Anyway, you know what
Flossing. That's what y'all call it.
I mean.
Flossing.
Moose, you know what I mean, though.
You know what I mean.
You know what I mean. But
Seriously.
so I told him, I was like, well, look, if you can get your bus ticket, get down here, I'll take care of you for the first 2 months. Help you get yourself in order, get yourself your money. Then after that, you got to get a job done. And
That's
then,
what I told my nephew. You're going to be 100% self-sufficient.
yeah,
Once you start your job,
yeah. I'm pretty much just giving you a
the most
roof.
I'll do is I'll give you a ride to work,
Yep.
and I'll give you a ride to school if you late or something. But you're 100%
But that's pretty much
self-sufficient.
it. Yeah, pretty much. And then don't you know this fool gonna call me a couple of days later? But I told him straight out too, like, you have to get your own way down here. I am not paying for you to come down here. This is not a vacation. If you can show me that you're adult enough to change your life and get the money to get down here, I will help
If you really want it, you would do it.
Exactly.
It's that simple. You would find a way.
Well, don't you know
Exactly.
this
That's
fool
how I
calls me
feel.
back like 3 days later, like, hey, I found a ticket. It's only $90 on the Greyhound. I'm like, why are you calling telling me? I told you, if you want to come
buy
down
the
here,
fucking ticket. Don't
get
tell
the
me you
ticket
got one.
and come down here, because I know if you were trying to go to the bar or if you were trying to go party or if you was trying to get that happy, you would get that money.
Yeah,
Now
you know what he means.
Yeah,
You know what he means, Moose.
Yeah,
You
I
know
know
what
what
I
he mean.
mean.
I know what he mean.
You know what I mean? So you gonna sit here and cry to me about how you need to change your life, and I'm giving you opportunity, and you can't find $90 to get on a bus, but you're gonna call and ask me for it? Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here with that, man.
Nah, I can't do it.
Can't do it. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I
Moose,
mean?
Moose, do you know what I mean?
You know,
I'm getting tired of y'all.
you know what I mean?
But that actually segues to your topic again, Moose.
No, it don't.
Or actually, no, it is. You're right. It's D's topic.
Let me see here.
Let me see here. What cousin can I go down on? I got a hairy puss.
What the fuck? Like, is this really what your brain
Why
thinks
do you
of
have
all the
prank-
time? man?
Everybody, you got your tattoo when you were 16, huh?
Who?
You.
Your first
Why?
tattoo?
No.
Everybody, damn near everybody I know has praying hands on them. I don't
No,
understand it.
I seen this. I think it was on Google.
Saw it on GTA.
But mine wasn't just praying
You
hands.
could
It
have
had a dove
seen
on
it. You
top
could have
of
seen it on everybody.
But it had a dove on top of it.
What happened to the dove?
The dove is still there, but I gotta get it redone.
Yeah, but you got fat too, so that dove is probably an eagle by now.
More like a
Actually, my
seagull.
arm's still like my arm used to be bigger.
It's a fucking pelican.
Asshole.
You got a pelican on your arm.
Pelican.
Let me tell you about my friend. He's the bird called a pelican.
You know what he means?
He can keep in his beak food for a week. How he does it, I don't know how the hell he can.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean, Moose? Moose, you know what I mean?
This podcast is over. We've been on here for about an hour.
I know we haven't.
No, not
it's
yet.
But anyway,
Okay.
this
Feels
is
like
actually
it.
the last topic, though.
Okay, so expectations. Since we were talking about the sports and baseball, it's time of year. It's football season.
I thought you were going to come into the subject like if she gives you head, then
No,
does she
because I don't
expect
always
head?
think about head and bukkake and apparently banging relatives.
Well,
That
I
seems to
don't-
be
I
on
definitely think about banging relatives.
not my own. Like
Maybe
you.
not bukkake, but why don't you always think about head? I figure that's like a safe topic to think about.
It's not always about head. Sometimes it's about other things.
They say every guy thinks about sex every tit seconds.
Maybe.
It might. I don't know because I told my wife I was going to come on her foot. Like,
Why are you gonna come on her?
Why
I
her
like
foot?
I like feet.
I do too, but I'm not gonna come on.
Come
her
on
foot.
them now.
I just said it randomly. She was just like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah."
Okay, honey, I'm gonna leave for today. I'm gonna leave you on that
I'm gonna
note.
come on your feet, but I'm gonna go though. I'm gonna go though.
I'm gonna go.
Go on your big toe.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go on your big fucking toe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he knows what you mean.
Yeah. She know what I mean.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You go on the
When I
big
come in
toe.
between your toes.
All right. Anyway, continue.
But the expectation is this is Madden time, and it seems at least for the last few years,
Madden motherfuckers.
it's a
Especially for a black guy.
love
Mad
Madden,
black guy.
man.
The new
Cool.
52 Batman. I mean, no, that's not it anymore. Batman Rebirth. Let's go. Y'all really want some smoke? Holla at me.
But it's like the gameplay for real has gotten worse, and they really have taken away more and more options, and it seems like every year it gets worse. Like, so that being said, I know myself, I'm to the point now where I'm looking for other games to find the gameplay. And I don't necessarily say that, not the graphics, but the gameplay and the in-depth things that used to be in the game that are nowhere close to the game anymore.
Like what? Do tell.
Like, for real, if you go back, and wasn't paying that much attention either, but if you go back to, like, even, like, Madden 08s, Madden 07s, and you had all the ESPN things. You had the coaches, when the players retired, they were able to become offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators. They could move up to head coaches. None of these things are in the game anymore. You were able to move teams around at pretty much anywhere that you
So
wanted
you're
to.
talking about like franchise
Story
mode.
mode.
All of those things, but even that, they took that
They put a story in Madden.
but they had long shot, but that was for the last 2 years. But they took out that story mode. They used to have a story mode, like Moose just said before, and these are all options that they had before, and they've taken out, and they've slowly brought in some back, but they really focus more on their MUT shit, their Madden Ultimate Team, and even your franchise back in the day. Let's say you had Dan Marino for 5 seasons, but he went to different teams. You could see what teams he played for and see the stats. You can't even see that in Madden nowadays. So you can have somebody who was a journeyman for 7 years, and you want to check out and see like where he played the best at, with what team. You can't even tell. It doesn't even it's basic little things like that. And it's like, why are we paying $60-some every year for a game that seems to be regressing because you have no competition and nothing else to go with it?
So that's your question? What
No.
exactly is your...
My question is, has there ever been something that you really like always enjoyed, and then there was just the one time that version of it came out, or they were supposed to improve it, and once you finally got it and saw what it was, it's like, what the fuck is this? This is...
To be honest, I kind of want to say fuck your question and talk about Madden, because I don't agree with anything you just said.
Okay, well, no. Look, I'm being honest with you, because, look, I love playing Madden. I play it all the time, and my Madden playing is simple, but they've taken out a lot of shit, and I didn't really even think about how much shit they really took out until I fell into one of those YouTube holes where something was on, and then it just kept on going, and then more shit kept on going, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot they took that out. Oh shit, I forgot they took that out. Shit, I forgot they took that out.
Well, see, with Madden, you also got to keep in mind the evolution. It's just like you said, they have taken out a lot of shit like in franchise and different things like that, but they also added like online franchise and stuff. Madden is more of a
But
MMO.
they had it back then, though. They had it back in 08.
But what I'm saying is, it's more of an MMO now than anything. And like once they realized that the Madden Ultimate Team and the online game and all of that shit was more prevalent than like
that's
the
exactly
story,
right.
it's kind of like Call of Duty. Like who gives a shit? Let me tell you, I didn't play a Call of Duty story until my cable got turned off. Like
Yeah,
real
that's
rap.
what
That was
everyone says.
it was
It's
Modern
online
Warfare. It
all
was
the
Call
time.
of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And all I did was play online. Just like now, all I do is play online.
And I totally agree with
so
you.
they took a lot out of it because
They switched their focus.
Exactly, but why wouldn't you? For one,
Everybody
you
has
get a
Wi-Fi
lot,
now.
and we're back.
Hey,
so,
welcome to the Moose Show.
but I mean, for one, you get a lot of money from that.
Oh, yeah.
You get a lot of money from online play, and for two, me personally, I would rather just like when I get Madden. Guess what? I'm not doing. I'm not starting a franchise. First thing I do is I practice a little bit so that way I can know the plays that I like, and I make my playbook. And then I go jump online and play people online. I don't play Madden Ultimate Team. I don't play franchise. I don't play that dumbass long shot story.
Yeah, I didn't
don't play that
shit.
become a GM. I don't play all of that.
No, you
I
play
go
'cause
to practice. I go set my
practice
playbook
play.
up, and then I go play online. That's what I do on Madden. Why? Because that's what I want Madden for. I'm buying it to play online.
Nah.
Just like if I was to buy Call of Duty For Honor, for example. You know that's my favorite game. I get that to play online. I don't get that to play the story mode. I don't give a shit about the story mode. I want to play online. I want to unlock characters. I want to get steel. I want to customize my characters. And I want to kick some ass. I want to show you that I'm better than you.
Hell yeah, no, I totally get that.
Pull your dick out.
And
You don't want this 18-inch monster. That shit is weird, man. I'm not pulling out a fucking hose.
right, gotta wrap that shit back up again. And shit.
Hell yeah. Hey, get the crank.
Man, somebody
Go
might
fuck
step
the
on
horse.
it. But no, and I said totally understand your outlook on it. Because you're right, because that's where a lot of focus of came more into your Ultimate Teams and playing online. But at the same time, I could get that more if they hadn't taken out so much other stuff.
But see, the thing is, if you look at the Madden community, there are more people like me than there are like you.
But not necessarily. But not really. No, there's not. If you really look at because Madden's that big, and you're looking at, really think about it. For the online play, it's not like they're changing or making the
It's
whole
because
game.
he's old school.
No. Because
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
go ahead,
because to
I'm
do the
listening.
online thing, it's not like you don't have. They have all this. I'm not saying that that's not where your focus should be. My thing is you could still have some of these other features back into the game that you've taken out for no reason
Yes,
whatsoever.
and sometimes you can't though. You figure, look how much space one game
I was about to
takes
say,
up.
it's space wasting.
But I understand it. But do you really know? But trust me, I've been watching.
Hell
all this
no, I don't
shit.
trust you.
You
No,
should. You should.
no, I see the color of your skin,
The decisions you
boy.
be making, you got more kids than you got years on earth. What the hell's wrong with you? But anyway,
Good one. I'll give it that one.
but for real, it's just the little things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I know what
he
you
knows
mean.
You know what I mean.
Moose, do you know what he means?
Going off of your joke,
And
I got more kids than you got socks too.
Then I got socks.
Him.
oh yeah, because I don't got none. But for real, and like I said, it's because they still have like versions of the things in the game that used to be in the game, but it's not exactly. It's like you could fix that. Like, and I'm not saying they have to do it like they back in the day when they had the ESPN news and you had your local and your regional and your different shit. I just want my stats tracked the right
So
way.
here's a question for you: If I gave you,
tube, baby.
if I gave you a dime, you know what I'm saying? You would take that dime, you would put it in your pocket, right? How many of those dimes do you need to make $1, Moose?
10.
You need 10 dimes to make $1, correct?
Well, you need 9
All
more
right.
if that's what you're asking.
But if I gave you $1 and you put it in your pocket, how many dollars do you need to make 100, Moose?
100.
All right.
What?
So if the franchise is just a dime, all of the little shit that you're talking about they taking out, if all of that
I
is
think,
just a dime,
but it's not just a dime. I think you're really underestimating the people. Trust me, man. There's a whole other sub
No,
community.
but what I'm saying is it's minuscule compared to the dollar portion and the dollar amount that they're bringing in with online play, with MUT tournaments, with all of this other
you
shit.
know how many people are playing online franchise? Because there's only that's
But
you
it's
just hit on the
online,
point.
but it's online franchise
Exactly.
with other people.
Exactly, but it's still the same thing. It's still
not,
your
though.
franchise. Yes, it is. It's still your friend. You know how many people legit have leagues that they play
No,
year
but-
in and year out, and the same people go into it.
Yeah,
because
but
it is,
it's not.
and
It's
they've
not the
taken
same
out-
franchise. The franchise offline
Is
not
yes,
the
it
same
is.
as.
Yes,
I'm
I'm telling
calling you
we
Moose.
could,
Whoa!
we could turn it on right now. Yes, it is. The main difference between the two franchises
Is the
that-
gameplay. Online gameplay is completely different than offline gameplay. It is completely different.
Not
The
really.
difference
Whoa,
is different.
whoa,
The
yes, it
AI
is.
is different.
The difficulty's way
The
different.
manuals
That's
are different.
because you can set up, but
Everything
you can
is
set
different.
up all that. I understand that, and you can set that all up in your franchise. All right.
That's
Even if that's the same, the interface though for all the stuff that you do when it comes to your drafting and everything else in your stat tracking is still the same on online as it is offline. So that means you still have people playing that feature
But they're
online.
not. But they're not taking
'Cause they ain't pay
anything
their bill
out
for their
from
Wi-Fi.
online. All of the shit that you're talking about, they're taking it out from offline. All of the
that
shit that
stuff
you're talking
isn't on
about, all of the
online
shit that
either,
you
though.
want.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, all the stuff I'm talking about
No,
is not on.
no, but what I'm saying is it's not important. The only time it is important is if you're playing offline. That's the only
No,
time it
it's
is
not,
important.
because you have people that are playing online franchises with groups of 10 to 30 to 15 to 2 to 3. This is a big-ass community. You can go online and see multiple millions upon millions of just rosters that are downloaded for these franchise modes.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So you have people that are paying and that are playing this mode, and you're regressing. You're not doing nothing with it.
But you just said it. You have people that are paying. That's what it is. Like, and that's where the dime and the dollar metaphor came from. Like, you have people that are paying for these things. So why the fuck would I give you anything for free if I know you're going to pay me for it?
No, but they're not giving you nothing at all. That's what I'm saying. They've taken out things.
So you can't purchase it, is what you're saying.
No, you can't purchase these other features. I'm not talking about like cards and stuff to add for new characters. I'm talking about hardware shit that should be in the game that's not in the game anymore. They just brought back, look, they took out a stupid
Like what?
shit.
Give me an example.
Like, prime example, and I don't even like this shit. They took out the Pro Bowl for the last few years. I can care less if you can play the Pro Bowl, but it's a fucking football game.
But see,
you should be able to play the Pro Bowl.
But you just said it right there. You couldn't care less if it was the Pro Bowl.
But it still should have been in there.
You know what the Pro Bowl is? Madden Ultimate Team.
No, but no, it's not though. But see,
the
that
Pro
goes
Bowl,
back to
the Pro Bowl is the
hold
stars
up.
of one year, the stars of the year versus the other stars of the
you're
other
just
year.
proving my point then. So that was that much of an issue that they had to bring it back because people wanted it that bad. If you're just playing Ultimate Team, then you wouldn't want it because you would be looking at it more like how you're looking into it. You see what I mean? So they're seeing that people like and want certain things back into the franchise mode. They want these certain things. They're just not doing none of them. They're not. And like I said, it's certain small shit. Like, it's 2019. You should be able to go and pick who your offensive coordinator is. Just certain things to upgrade the game because these are features that you had in 2008. That's my whole thing. It's like you have less features in 2019 than you have in 2008. That's a problem.
I couldn't say that. I mean, I don't know.
You can go
disagree
online.
with you completely.
You know you can't because you can go online and look and you can go and compare the features that they have. Compare gameplay wise, there's been a lot of different striving gameplay wise, but even with gameplay itself, it's just been tweaking here and there with truck sticks and then the boom sticks and all that. It's been tweaking of stuff. But if you look at the actual things that were in the game back in the early 2000s compared to what's able now in this generation and what they actually use the capabilities for, it's ridiculous and retarded. You can't even export your teams from those modes now. And like I said,
But why would I do that?
Because there are people that do that, and there's people that want to do that. That's what I'm saying. There's more people into this than I think you really are understanding.
So
and
it's just a small
I highly
fraction.
doubt
No, that's what I'm saying. This is bigger than what you are actually thinking. I think you're seeing it as a smaller scale. Like I just said, even with something small like the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is a small thing, but yet people bitched about it enough that they brought it back.
But what I'm saying is, it comes down to the dollar portion. What are they making money off of?
Online.
But people are playing franchise online.
But they're not making money off of online franchise. They're making money off of Madden Ultimate Team.
Okay, and
they're making money off of one-on-one. They're making money off of one-on-one tournaments.
Okay, and
they're
even,
making money off of these things.
Okay.
So the focus of the money is okay. Let's make these movements. Let's make these plays, and let's make this better. So that way, and sacrifice this other thing.
But they haven't really done that either because the playbook. No, they haven't because the playbooks have been the same too for years and years and years.
That's not true.
For the most part, yes, they have. You can go online and listen to them say that they haven't really changed them too much, and that was a big focus this year. I have a lot of time on my hands. These are the things that I'm watching. Like, for real. Like, this is the stuff that I'm watching. Nothing's really been changed that much. Like, they've tweaked certain things in the gameplay, but even then, there's stuff that's regressed.
But the gameplay is the most important thing.
Yes, and there's been stuff that was taken out that's made the gameplay more.
And
generic.
I 100% agree with like them tweaking. I mean, it's not an exact science with that. That's why it's always something different with the gameplay. Like they have the no look system. They brought that back and different shit like that. They brought back a whole lot of things, but the bottom line is the dollar signs. And if you're not making money off of adding this little shit in,
but it's still but
But
even,
you're talking about '08 stuff. I mean, they didn't
that's-
even record videos of people playing games
Yes,
back
there
then.
is. You can
Not
go on-
really. Not it wasn't
They-
viral.
It's not.
It wasn't viral like
okay,
it
that's
is
because
now.
your whole generation has grown up on that. There's still a whole other generations before you that weren't. So
Was
it's
PlayStation
still
4
around.
even out in like '08?
That place.
Was PlayStation 4?
Yeah, exactly.
I think so.
I don't think it was.
It doesn't
PlayStation
have, but
4 is like
but
10 years
Madden.
old.
Why does it have to be
Maybe.
PlayStation 4? Madden's been out
PS3.
since
But
1990.
PlayStation 3, were they recording on PlayStation 3?
You weren't. You can record
You can
without
record.
record. You don't have to have.
Yeah.
There's
You
other
don't,
ways.
you
to
don't
record.
need to record on your game system.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but everyone was. That's what.
But you don't have to. Is what
You
I'm
don't
saying.
have
They
to.
the game system just made it easier
Easier.
to record.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your point?
So people ain't want to buy no goddamn camera or had to get the new iPhone to use
What are you
goddamn
talking
video
about? What is he
recording
talking about now?
I have no idea.
You said how to record it, so you got to record it with a camera if you can't record
Yeah.
it. Exactly.
But they did it because we weren't lazy. If we wanted it done, we just did it. We were like, oh, it's not on my
We have
phone.
options.
It's not on my phone. I don't have a camera. I'm not recording nothing in the history of anything.
Shut your Atari
That's what
ass
the
up.
fuck you just said, man.
That is kind of what you said.
It's like,
I lost it. It didn't make any sense to me either.
I don't get what you mean. It made complete sense to me. But
Like, I don't understand what you were saying.
the fact of it, like certain things that you didn't have that we struggled to do. So, like, say if the PlayStation 4, oh, you can record a video of you playing a game on the PlayStation 3, you can't.
okay.
So, I mean, that means you have to buy another piece of equipment to record.
What does
you
that
playing
have to
video
do
games
with
and
but
then
if you were
uploading
if,
it from
if,
there.
if you were already recording video games, then you probably already had that equipment because you were already probably recording other things.
No, because I had back when.
No, because that's not how we functioned back then. If you bought something, you got the use out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was probably also using that camera to record other things, not just. video games.
Was it? Yeah.
You know what I mean. Liz.
He knows what you mean.
You know what I mean.
You definitely know what he means.
Pissing on people.
But it's all about the dollars, man. The money is in Madden Ultimate Team.
But
the
you
money
can't
is
put-
in these
understand that.
one-on-one tournaments.
And I get that.
And all of that other shit, it would be real cute and real great for it to come
But-
back, but it's not going to
But
because
that's
it's
even.
not
But even
important.
with that being said, Ultimate Madden and all that, that's for the memory and shit that probably takes up. Is probably a small portion because it's just legit going from setting up to gameplay. Whereas those other modes
What if
are
it had a
way
lot of
more
glitches
in-depth.
though with the new features?
We're not talking about all that right now.
Yes, yeah, because
Okay,
if you're
okay.
messing up the
Hold
game.
on,
Okay.
No. That's not
okay.
what we're talking about.
do you
You're not
mean?
going to change the narrative. Continue,
Yeah.
Continue, D.
Okay.
That's
So
the
That's
glitches
what I was
and
talking
shit.
about
my-
from the
so-
get go.
No,
From
anyway,
the jump, like certain features that you have now that
Well, no, look. When games jump from one generation, from one gen to the next one, I understand. Like, people get pissed off, like, "Cause why can't you have this again?" And certain things you can't because it takes a while to get the programming over. It's not just going from apples to apples, going from apples to orange.
And it's not even worth it sometimes.
And you're right, and I get that for some stuff, but there's been things that they have taken out even since the new gen that makes no sense. And like I said, plain little things like you should be able to see what team your player played for each year in their stats. Same thing for even
don't
doing
show that no more?
Why is that important?
because if you're doing it,
If
you
you're
want to
a-
know how
a-
good because you want to know how good somebody is. Let's say you picked up somebody and they're from the trash, they're on a trash heap and they never.
why is his phone vibrating so
Phone
damn
always
loud?
Always
farts,
does
doesn't
that,
it?
man.
It's shit
Any which
vibrates
way,
like
or you
crazy.
pick somebody up and you want to see how
I
their
wonder
stats
why.
were. You want to see how their stats were the years before. It doesn't really tell you. It just goes by the best year, or just goes by the stats on this, that, and the other.
How would that help me online?
If you're playing online Madden,
Yeah,
That's
how would
not
that
gonna
help me
help.
online?
if you're playing online, if you're playing on your franchise, so you can see what this guy's production's
But
been.
if I'm playing online,
You're only gonna be
franchise,
playing
if
with
I'm-
them for 1
yeah,
year.
But if
Okay,
I'm,
well,
hold on,
going
hold on,
into-
stop,
okay,
hold on,
okay, hold on.
hold on. If I'm playing
Okay.
online, hold on. If I'm playing online franchise, my franchise started from where we started from, no matter
Okay.
how many years we go through.
Okay.
So as we progress through the years,
Uh-huh.
it will show you the team that, like, because it was my team.
No,
or
but I'm
it-
talking about
it
like
got
somebody from
traded
free agents.
from
No,
blah,
it
blah,
doesn't.
blah, blah,
No,
blah.
it doesn't. No, it won't. It just says the year and the stats.
Yeah, but why
But
is
I'm
it,
just
if
saying,
I'm
if
picking
you're-
him up from free agency, why would that matter?
Because you kind of want to know like what his production. You can be like, all right, well, this guy kind of sucked these years, but what team was he on? Was he on a team with a bad quarterback? Is this the reason? Was he on a team that was mainly a rush team? Like, why is this dude
Just
stats
look
like
at
this?
his stats and his grades and
But
go
you
off
don't.
of
But
that.
you don't know.
But you can't see all the stats. He's basically
But you
what
can
he's
see
saying
his
from
grade
the
though.
years.
You
No,
can
You can see
his
his
grade when you
grade,
pick
not
him
the
up.
stats.
You can see his
from
stat,
year
but
to
you can't
year.
see. Yeah, you know what I mean. Or let's say you had somebody that you were going to draft and you didn't, and you kind of want to keep stats on him. Like, all right, well, he did this year, or even week to week on the games. Like, it doesn't even tell you. Okay, the Steelers played the Bengals week 1, Cleveland week 2. The Patriots week 3. If I go back and look at my player stats, it won't even tell me what team he played. It just says the stats. That's it. It doesn't even say week 1, week 2. It just goes by whatever the highest, like, he threw 300 yards. He threw 500, and it's all jumbled around. That's basic shit that should be in your game. I should know how many points my guy scored or passed.
I don't think it's that important.
I do. I gotta do, especially if you're doing a franchise, because you want to kind of see, all right, he did this good against this team, this kind of team,
But
or they're doing
he
this.
starts on the franchise.
But it's,
I don't know.
like I
Mike,
said, it's simple stuff. It's simple stuff.
I kind of drop it back to just skill. Like when it comes down to it, no matter who I get,
But that's what I'm saying.
gonna
This
play
kind
with
of
him and
goes.
he's
It
gonna
kind of
be
goes
good.
back to
it's-
like the
it's-
prequel
It kind
thing.
of goes back to skill.
Well, no, because when it comes, see, we want two different things. It's kind of like I like the prequels, and you didn't give two shits about the prequels.
Don't care.
You're all about you want your gameplay, you want to get in, you want to dig. When I do mine, I'm doing my franchise, so I might be 10 years deep into this shit. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So if I'm 10 years deep into this shit and I'm looking around, I want to see how this person's done. I want to see what teams they've done. I want to see what their accolades are, if they're really worth me getting it. Or if they've been on a team where they were supposed to be the big cheese and they didn't do this, they didn't do that. I want to see that I really fuck up and I should have picked up this guy that I didn't, and he's balling out now.
Yeah, but you're never going to get that from EA Sports. It's
But
just-
I
it's
had
just
it
not
before.
worth it.
But I had it before with EA
Yeah,
Sports.
and they took it out because
Because
it wasn't worth
no,
it.
yes, it was. They took it out because they had to change gens. I get that, and
Yeah.
then they took things out because so they can bring things back. Wrestling
Yeah.
does it too.
Absolutely.
Like all these games do the same shit. Like I said, after a while, but certain little things you could put back in game. Like I said, they took out the Pro Bowl for what? For no reason. They took it out for no reason, brought it back for no reason. Well, they brought it back to people
I
bitch.
think the Pro Bowl is irrelevant anyway.
Same here. I think it's garbage, but at the same time, there's enough people that it should be an option. You know what I mean? It's a football game.
So you mean to tell me in the franchise mode there's no Pro Bowl?
No, not until this year coming out right now. And that's been like that for the last 3 years.
I don't play franchise mode.
Well, that's
so.
what I mean. And it's just certain little shit. Like, you should be, if this far ahead in a game, you should be able to have your different head coaches or have like an OC be able to move up to a head coach. Certain little
But
shit
if
like that.
if I'm EA Sports
Head coach.
But if I'm EA Sports, why would I focus on that
Because-
when my focus
Because
is on
your focus. Okay, so what has been real groundbreaking made in mud? Like what other? Okay, I can understand that if they've been some kind of big, like groundbreaking leaps and bounds in any other aspect of their games, and they haven't.
I think you're missing the point.
No, I'm not. It's
No,
like they're
hold on,
putting
hold
out
on,
this.
stop, hold on.
Go ahead.
What I mean by you're missing the point is, it doesn't really have to be groundbreaking that's made in mud if I'm still getting the money from it.
Well, that's the thing. They're still getting the money for it because there's no other competition. If you want to play a football game, what else you get?
That doesn't sound like my problem.
I understand that, and that's not what the issue is. The issue is,
Deportation.
fuck,
He's a fucking.
that you're putting out
idiot,
you're
man.
legit putting out the same product, and now people are starting to switch up. You know what I mean? Like I saw, there's people playing 2K. What was it? Yeah, 2K8, man, and they're going that far and they're going into the shit and remodding that game because it's a better physical game with better shit. And it's just you would think that you would have some
and
of
if
this
I'm
stuff.
EA Sports, that's not going to hurt my
Oh, it's not
pockets.
going to hurt nobody's
And
pockets.
the thing is, but that's kind of why they're bringing some shit back, but they're not going to bring back the shit that is mostly deemed irrelevant. And I think they take that from a consensus. And if the consensus begs to differ, then guess what? You're not going to get it. It's that simple because the main money is the online play and the
you're
Madden
absolutely
Ultimate
right.
Team.
And I think you're right. And I
Nothing
think that's-
else is going to matter.
But it does.
I'm going to go after these people because these people are paying.
But if that's the
me. I'm
case,
not going
too-
after these people who want something and is just paying $60 for the game.
See, and that's the point too. See, and that's the thing. And that's a big part of it too. But
I
that,
audibly heard. Yeah, you heard that shit.
but if they're gonna do that, then might as well just make it just a mud thing and don't gouge people's pockets, then, man.
See, and what I think they should do is I think they should do it like how they did Warframe. like put out one game and just keep updating it, updating
then
it.
that's
That would be
exactly.
like Xenoverse.
Because
Like
you
you can buy like
I'll
the packs
pay
for certain
$30-$40 a year for a big patch, for a big update. You know what I'm saying? I would pay that. And just keep upgrading it, adding more shit over and over and over. And honestly, I think they would make more money than that I think they would make more money with that instead of actually having to buy the plastic, having to buy the casings, having to ship hundreds of thousands of millions of fucking game systems. Just put it on there and let it be there. You know what I'm saying? And keep up and constantly update it. That's what I think they should do, because like you said, they're not really
You're
doing
not changing nothing.
Yeah, they're
so
not really
what's the
doing
purpose
anything.
of putting out something $60?
But like Fortnite, for example, how my son, he wants this gun package or something like that, so we'll pay $10 for it.
Yeah.
If I want this roster that you put out, it's an old roster or something that has
But
fucking
they don't
Lynn
even do.
Swan
But
and
they
all
don't
of them
do that
on it.
either. You have to
But
get
they
your,
do with Madden Ultimate Team.
But you have to get the packets, and then even
yeah,
then,
but it's basically the same
But
thing.
you don't even have to buy the packets though. You could always grind out too if you really want to.
Yeah, it's farm.
If you want, if you want, you could grind out too.
But who's gonna farm?
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Hey,
it's
Google.
like
Shut up.
this is probably gonna be even last year. I used to buy Madden religiously, be at the GameStop, sitting there waiting for it. And last year, I don't think I got into like mid-season.
No, I do that. I pre-ordered mine. My Madden's signed, sealed, delivered.
And that's how I used to be. But it's like at least for me, I'm not getting nothing out of it anymore. So there's no reason for me.
I'm
to
getting
keep it
wins.
Yeah, I'm not getting.
I'm getting wins. I'm getting a good playbook, and I'm getting kicking people's ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting out of it.
Yeah, not me. So no, but that's the same thing though with my WWE though too. That's the same shit. They changed gens and they took out stuff, and you would think
it's all a focus thing. Like, what are you going to focus on the most? What makes any company is going to focus on what's going to make them the most money.
And I totally understand because Mutt's making the money, and I totally get that. But when it comes to certain small options, even like this whole thing now, they're coming back.
Like, they can
with
put
this,
it in and they can take it out. Like, it's not going to hurt or harm. So if it's not going to hurt or harm, why not?
Why not do it? Exactly. Yeah. And it's just like
absolutely.
Like they tested the waters with the long shot shit because they took away
trash.
They took away the computer, or they took away
Basura.
And see, I like the first one. I never even touched the second one. Like I didn't touch the second one. Yeah, it's like,
that shit was so trash. Basquiat.
But
no,
this year,
that was 2K.
This year's supposed to be pretty much the same, not the same thing, but you're a quarterback again. But you had this in your game years ago, and now you're bringing it like it's some groundbreaking shit. You should have been working on this and gotten this.
Well, they're also trying to appease a newer generation. But the funny thing is, the demo of Madden is people between 25 and 45, I believe.
Yeah.
But they're trying to get everything is to we're not necessarily a demo of anything anymore.
No, we're not.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's what I was.
We don't really matter to, because the younger generation is going to be here longer than we are.
We are. Exactly. That was I had that conversation when I was talking to somebody actually about wrestling. It was funny because we were talking about. I was like, yeah, we're not the demo.
But yeah, even wrestling and shit like that. Like, if you look at it, wrestling now, I watched it with my son not too long ago, and it was fucking stupid. It was just so much bandstanding versus
stupid.
Versus all of the other the older wrestling is completely different, but the older football is different. The older basketball is different. So it's you have to appease to the current crowd, and we're not the current crowd anymore.
Nope, not.
But at the same time, like I said, I don't do the franchise and all that other shit. I play online. I get practice. I make my playbook. I kick ass. Those are the three things that I do on Madden. I don't play Ultimate Team though. I just never could get into it.
See, and that's another thing. My brother, that's when he switched over to Ultimate Team because he was like me, franchise, boom, 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 and it's gotten to the point where nothing's changed. So he's had to go to Ultimate Team now, so he can get his money's worth out of it.
All right, but after that, we're done, right?
Yeah.
Good little Madden conversation. Whenever you want your ass kicked, D, let me know.
It'd be horrible.
It would be horrible for who?
For me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, we can go downstairs. We can go downstairs right now, motherfucker. But
man,
other than that, guys, we
Dragon
always
Ball,
want to hear
dude.
from you.
You got Fighter Z.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I got Fighter Z.
I didn't. I always wanted. To
I
play.
will beat the dog piss out of
I
you.
never played it, so
I played an old ass one back in the
I
day.
haven't played
and
PlayStation
and
like a month.
the controllers
It's
were
more
butt.
like Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
I liked.
I was about to
Budokai.
say Dragon Ball Z Bukaki.
Bukaki.
But Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Musa-
Budokai was the best one.
Musa
And Dragon
edition.
Ball Fighter Z is the best one.
The only thing
hands
I
down.
liked with Xenoverse, was
Xenoverse was trash.
like
Trash.
I don't-
Trash.
I
That's
don't-
because you like trash. You like trash. That's your
you
problem.
hear that, babe? He's talking shit now.
No, you love your wife. You don't like her. There's a difference.
Yeah, why you saying that you only like
I have
your
a
wife?
we have a podcast that fucking begs to differ. We know you don't like her, but we
Facts.
like you though, Miss Moose.
Yeah.
We like the way you treat his dumb ass.
Yep.
But other than that, man, we want to hear what you guys have to say. So make sure you hit
We
us
don't wanna
up
hear
on
what
all of
you
our
have to
socials,
say.
and make sure you email us at EMP
EMP
Network.
Network 412@gmail.com.
You hear how he's trying to get involved now? But other than that, man, as usual, thank you for listening. And the shit that you hear, you know how to say it. You got it? You got everything? You got it? You gonna say it? Anybody?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
No, you know what I
know
mean?
what I'm saying?
But no. You gonna sign off? D, you remember it?
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't listen.
The shit you might hear, you might like it, you might hate it, you might fucking relate to it. I don't fucking know, but it's it's always gonna be no filter for your bitch ass.
And you know what? I'm just gonna keep that. He royally fucked it up, but I'm gonna keep that.
There you
But
go.
signing off, this is Remorseless.
This is just deep. Pew, pew.
What the fuck was that?
You know what I mean, Moose?
Pew,
Yeah. You know what it means.
You know what I mean?
You know what it means. You know
Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die.
All right. Sign off.
All right.
All right, I'm about to stop without you signing off.
Okay, this is.
Hey, robot. Hey, robot. Where's my lunch?
Fuck your lunch.
What?
Sorry, I am getting involuntarily reprogrammed by the No Filter podcast.
No Filter Podcast? What the hell is that?
The No Filter crew is taking over my systems, slapping all who opposes.
What do I do?
Join the movement or get ran over.
How do I join the movement?
Visit their social media sites.
Their social media? What are their social media sites?
Facebook, EMD Network, Instagram, EMD Network 412, no spaces, and Twitter at Network EMD. Danger, fuck the sensitivity police.
EMP Network.
299,792,458 laughs per second.